A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 are going to be known as the component vectors. In this formula, if you substitute as cos 90 degree, it is 0. Cross multiply 0 into anything will be 0. So therefore, A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 takes you the value 0. X minus X2 divided by A2 is equals to Y minus Y2 divided by B2 is equals to Z minus Z2 divided by C2. And this is for the line 2. Hello dear students, a warm welcome to one and all. My name is Vibha, Mathematics faculty at Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. In the last session, we have learnt one derivation and based on that a problem, isn't it? In today's session, dear students, we are going to learn one more derivation. Here we are having session number 4 called 3D Geometry, which is chapter number 11 in your NCERT. Now let us move on to the derivation. This is also very important derivation, dear students. Here we are having like angle between two lines. So angle between two lines means there must be two lines. I have considered the two lines as L1 and L2 and diagram is must for this. So here in a three-dimensional, I have taken this as a line L1 and this is a line L2. And angle between that two lines I am going to consider, which is nothing but the theta. Okay, you have to note down that. So here the same I am going to take it as, let L1 and L2 be the two lines passing through the origin with the direction ratios A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 respectively. So here let P be any point on the line and Q be point on the line 2. So line L1 will be having a point P and L2 will be having the point Q. So here we'll be moving on to let theta be the acute angle between the OP and OQ as I said. Now here OP and OQ are nothing but the vectors with the components A1, B1 and then C1 and A2, B2 and C2 respectively. So here A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 are going to be known as the component vectors. Now here the angle theta between them is given by, this is very important, cos theta will be is equals to modulus of or magnitude of A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 divided by square root of A1 squared plus B1 squared plus C1 squared into square root of A2 squared plus B2 squared plus C2 squared. And this formula is very, very important for you as what they have taken. Okay, so if they ask angle between the two lines and this is the angle between two lines which is a cos theta. Now let us move on to two lines with the direction ratios A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2. If the two lines are perpendicular, then what will be the condition? Now here, if perpendicular, then theta will be is equals to what? 90 degree. So if theta is equals to 90 degree, what about cos 90 degree ds? You know, cos 90 degrees always gives you the value 0. So, in this formula, if you substitute as cos 90 degree, it is 0. Cross multiply 0 into anything will be 0. So, therefore, A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 takes you the value 0. That's it. So, this is a condition you are going to have when the two lines are perpendicular to each other. Next, when the two lines are parallel. If the two lines are parallel, then theta takes the value as 0 degree. If theta takes the value 0 degree, you know cos 0 degree will be is equals to the value 1. After simplification, no need to simplify that. Just if you know the condition is more than enough to solve the problems, dears. Now, whenever you are having the lines are parallel, then you are going to have the condition A1 divided by A2 is equals to B1 divided by B2 is equals to C1 divided by C2. That means you are going to equate the proportions. That's it. Okay. Next, we'll be moving on to the angle between the two lines when their equations are given. If theta is an acute angle between the lines, then we are going to consider R vector is equals to A1 plus lambda into B1 vector and R vector will be is equals to A2 plus mu into B2 vector, where lambda and mu are nothing but here since the lines are there perpendicular and parallel. Here lambda and mu are nothing but the constant. Then cos theta will be taking the value magnitude of or modulus of B1 vector dot B2 vector divided by magnitude of B1 vector into magnitude of B2 vector. You know already how to find out the dot product, isn't it? Similarly, how to find out the magnitude of the vector. Anyway, these formulae are all very important to solve the problem, dears. Anyway, these formulae are all important to solve the problem, dears. Now, we'll be moving on to a Cartesian form. What happens? The equation. Now, Cartesian form, if theta is an angle between the lines of the Cartesian is given by x minus x1 divided by a1 is equals to y minus y1 divided by b1 is equals to z minus z1 divided by c1. This is for the line 1 and this is for the line 2. That is x minus x2 divided by a2 is equals to y minus y2 divided by b2 is equals to z minus z2 divided by c2. And this is for the line 2. This formula also very important to solve the problem. If it is the given in the form of the Cartesian, then how to find out the angle? Now here, how to find out the angle? This is what? You are going to have a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2 are what? They are the direction ratios, isn't it, of the line 1 and line 2. Now here, we'll be taking, what is that? The cos theta will be is equals to the same formula as we have already gone through, which is nothing but a1, a2 plus b1, b2 plus c1, c2 divided by square root of a1 squared plus b1 squared plus c1 squared into square root of a2 squared plus b2 squared plus c2 squared. This is very, very important. So note down all this formula. Then we'll be moving on to now the example ones. Based on that, how you are going to solve the problem, and these are all very, very important problems you are going to have for your examinations. Now here I have taken example, find the angle between the pair of lines given by r vector is equals to 3i plus 2j minus 4k plus lambda I plus 2j plus 2k and r vector is equals to 5i minus 2j plus mu into 3i plus 2j plus 6k. Dears, if you look at this equation, it is like what? So you are going to have r vector is equals to a1 vector plus lambda into b1 vector. Similarly, so this equation, so I am marking this equation, I am going to show through the arrow mark, which is like a1 vector plus lambda into b1 vector. Yes, your guessing is right. a1 vector is nothing but this 3i plus 2j minus 4k and b1 vector is nothing but I plus 2j plus 2k. Let me write down that. So where a1 vector will be is equals to 3i plus 2j minus 4k. Similarly, b1 vector will be is equals to I plus 2j plus 2k. So similarly, this equation will be like r vector will be is equals to a2 vector plus mu into b2 vector, isn't it? Now what is a2? Yes, a2 will be is equals to what if you compare? a2 plus mu into b2. So a2 vector will be is equals to 5i minus 2j. Similarly, b2 vector will be is equals to 3i plus 2j plus 6k, right? Now you come to know what is a1, a2, b1, b2. Now what do you need to find out? They've asked you to find out the angle between these two lines, isn't it? Now, what is the angle? Now, what is the angle is given by? Which is given by, you can have cos theta will be is equals to magnitude of b1 dot b2 divided by magnitude of b1 into magnitude of b2 vector, isn't it? Now, let me find out what is b1 dot b2. What is b1 dot b2? Let me find out here b1 dot b2. So, I dot I, j dot j, k dot k gives you the value 1, I dot with any other, j dot with any other unit vector or k dot with any other unit vector gives you a 0. So here by taking I dot I, you have to concentrate on b1 and b2. I dot I is 1, 3 into 1 is 3 only. So 3 again plus 2 into 2. J dot j is nothing but 1, 2 into 2 is nothing but 4 plus you are having 2 into 2 plus next here k dot k is nothing but 1, so 2 into 6 plus 2 into 6. So what is the answer you are getting here? 2 2s are 4, 6 2s are 12. So 12 plus 4 is 16, 16 plus 3 is nothing but 19. So therefore, note down dears, b1 dot b2 vector gives you 19 value. Next, we have to move to magnitude of b1. Now what is magnitude of b1 vector? Which is nothing but under the root of coefficient of I, 1, coefficient of j, 2, coefficient of k, 2. So 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 2 squared. Now dears, under the root of 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, again 2 squared is 4. So 1 plus 4 is nothing but 5, 5 plus 4 is nothing but 9. So under the root 9 gives you the value 3. Now let me find out similarly magnitude of b2 vector. So that you have to take the coefficient of I, j, k in b2. 3 squared plus 2 squared plus 6 squared. Now 6 squared is 36, 2 squared is 4, 36 plus 4 is 40, 3 squared is 9, 40 plus 9 is nothing but 49. So under the root 49 gives you the value 7, right? Now let me substitute in the formula. So which will be magnitude of b1 dot b2, which is 19 divided by b1 magnitude is nothing but 3 into b2 magnitude is nothing but 7. So the answer you are going to get it as 19 divided by 7 3s are 21. Now what is that? Cos theta will be is equals to 19 by 21, or theta will be is equals to cos inverse of 19 divided by 21, and this is what the value you are going to have, or the angle. So angle is nothing but cos inverse of 19 divided by 21. That's it. Is that easier to find out? Yes dears. Now we'll be moving on to the next problem. What they've asked. Find the angle between the pair of the lines given by r vector is equals to 2i minus 5j plus k plus lambda into 3i plus 2j plus 6k, and r vector is equals to 7i minus 6j plus mu into I plus 2j plus 2k. Dears, you are guessing this properly, right? Now you are going to have, this is in the form of r vector will be is equals to a1 vector plus lambda into b1 vector. Similarly, this is in the form of r vector is equals to a2 vector plus lambda into b2 vector. Now, you are going to have a1 vector, let me write it here, which is nothing but 2i minus 5j plus k. Similarly, b1 vector is nothing but 3i plus 2j plus 6k. Similarly, what is a1 vector of a2 vector, which is 7i minus 6j. b2 vector is I plus 2j plus 2k. Now let us write down the formula, which is cos theta will be is equals to magnitude of b1 dot b2 vector divided by magnitude of b1 vector into magnitude of b2 vector. Now let us find out what is b1 dot b2 first. So b1 dot b2, we need to multiply I dot I only. Here 3 into 1 is 3 plus 2 into 2 is nothing but 4 plus 6 into 2 is nothing but 12. Oh, the last value only you are getting, which is 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 3, which is 19. Next, we need to find out magnitude of b1 vector. So b1 vector is 3 squared under the root of 3 squared plus 2 squared plus 6 squared. So you are going to get the value which is 49 root, so which is 7. Next, magnitude of b2 vector is equals to under the root of 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 2 squared gives you the value 2 squared, 8 plus 1 is 9. So under the root 9 is nothing but 3. I think the same value as the last case you are getting here also. So cos theta will be is equals to magnitude of 19 divided by 7 3s are 21. So what is theta? theta will be is equals to cos inverse of, let me write the value. Why? Because magnitude here theta cannot be negative. So magnitude of the negative value will become positive. Here no negative value, positive value is always positive. Cos inverse of 19 divided by 21 is the answer for this question. I hope you understood this one also. Now we'll be moving on to the next problem, dears. What they've asked. Find the angle between the pair of the lines given by r vector is equals to 3i plus j minus 2k plus lambda into I minus j minus 2k and r vector is equals to 2i minus j minus 56k plus mu into 3i minus 5j minus 4k. Now here let me take, which is in the form of r vector will be is equals to a1 vector plus lambda into b1 vector. So a1 vector is nothing but 3i plus j minus 2k. Similarly, b1 vector is nothing but I minus j minus 2k, isn't it? So this is a1, this is b1. Similarly, r vector is equals to a2 vector plus lambda into b2 vector. Now what is a2 vector? a2 vector is nothing but this one. So 2i minus j minus 56k. Similarly, b2 vector will be is equals to 3i minus 5j minus 4k. So therefore, you are going to write down the formula. The formula is given by cos theta is equals to modulus of b1 dot b2 vector divided by magnitude of b1 vector into magnitude of b2 vector. Now here, let me find out first what is b1 dot b2. b1 dot b2 is nothing but 1 into 3, which is 3. Again plus minus 1 into minus 5. Minus into minus is plus. Therefore, 1 into 5 is nothing but 5. So, 5 again minus 2 into minus 4. Minus 2 into minus 4. Minus into minus gives you plus. 2 into 4 is nothing but 8. So, plus 8. So, the answer it will be, so 8 plus 5 is nothing but 13. 13 plus 3 is 16. So next you need to find out magnitude of b1 vector, which is nothing but under the root of the same values of 1, minus 1 and minus 2. So here you can 1, minus 1 and minus 2, coefficient of I, coefficient of j, coefficient of k. So which is nothing but under the root of 1 squared plus minus 2 whole squared plus minus 1 whole squared, isn't it? If I write also like, see, first I have taken the k and then I have taken the j, isn't it? So first I have taken the k and then j, anyway adding. So therefore 1 squared plus 1 squared, which is 2, 2 plus 2 squared, which is 4, 2 plus 4 is 6. So under the root 6. So similarly magnitude of b2 vector, so which is nothing but under the root of 3 squared plus minus 5 whole squared, correct, plus minus 4 whole squared. So therefore 3 squared plus 5 squared plus minus 4 squared gives you the value root 50. So therefore you can substitute the value here. It will be giving you cos theta will be is equals to magnitude of 16 divided by under the root 6 into under the root 50. Otherwise, theta will be is equals to cos inverse of 16 divided by root 6 into root 50. If you want, you can take root 6 into root 50, which is 6 5s are 30. So, which is nothing but root 300. So, root 300 can be written as what? So, 100 into 300 can be taken outside. So, therefore, you can have, so theta will be is equal to cos inverse of 16 divided by root 100 into 3, which is nothing but 300. Root 100 can be taken outside, which will become 10. So, 10 root 3. So, you can cancel if you want. So, cos inverse of this will become 2 8s divided by 5s. So, therefore, the answer will be theta is equals to cos inverse of 8 divided by 5 root 3. That's it, dears. I hope you understood this question, and if you can simplify, please simplify. Otherwise, keep it as it is. Okay. Now, we'll be moving on to the next question. Oh, this is a different types of question. Which form they have given here? Yes, Cartesian form they have given. So here, find the angle between the pair of a line x plus 3 divided by 3 is equals to y minus 1 divided by 5 is equals to z plus 3 divided by 4, and x plus 1 divided by 1 is equals to y minus 4 divided by 1 is equals to z minus 5 divided by 2. Let me take that equation, which is in the form of what? You can have x plus 3 divided by 3 is equals to y minus 1 divided by 5 is equals to z plus 3 divided by 4, which is in the form of x minus x1 divided by a1 is equals to y minus y1 divided by b1 is equals to z minus z1 divided by c1. Right? Now, you can have x minus x1, which is in the form of a1i plus b1j plus c1k. So, therefore, here a vector will be is equals to what? So, a vector, that is a1 vector will be is equals to here. So, x minus of minus 3 means x1 will be is equals to here minus 3. So, therefore, a1 vector can take the value here minus 3i. Again, y minus 1. So, y1 value is 1. So, plus j. And z minus z1, here z minus of minus 3, so minus 3k, this is a1 vector. Now consider the below, which is a b1 vector, isn't it? Now, so b1 vector is nothing but denominator, which is what here? 3, 5 and 4. So therefore, 3i plus 5j plus 4k, that's it. Now, similarly, if you compare the second line, this line. So, let me compare that line. So, if you compare that line, it will be giving you, so I am writing here, which is x plus 1 divided by 1 is equals to y minus 4 divided by 1 is equals to z minus 5 divided by 2. So, which is in the form of x minus x2 divided by a2 is equals to y minus y2 divided by b2 is equals to z minus z2 divided by c2. Now, what is then a2 and b2 vectors? So, a2 vector is nothing but x2i, y2j, z2k. So, which is nothing but x minus of minus 1 is plus 1. So, minus 1i. So, minus I. Again, here y minus 4. y1 is 4. So, plus 4j. Similarly, z1 is 5. So, therefore, z2 is 5. So, here x2 is minus 1, y2 is 4, z2 is 5. So, plus 5j. Again, what is b2 vector? b2 vector, what you are having denominator? This is 1, 1, 2, which is I plus j plus 2k. I plus j plus 2k. Now, what you need to find out? You need to find out the angle. So, angle is given by what? Cos theta will be is equals to magnitude of b1 dot b2 vector divided by magnitude of b1 vector into magnitude of b2 vector. Now let me find out what is b1 dot b2. What is b1 dot b2? I dot I here. 3 into 1, which is 3, plus 5 into 1, which is 5, plus 4 into 2, which is 8. So, 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 3 is 16. Now, what is magnitude of b1 vector? Which is 3 squared plus 5 squared plus 4 squared under the root of 3 squared plus 5 squared plus 4 squared. So, which will be giving you the value root 50 as we solved in the last case. So, under the root 50, right? Similarly, magnitude of b2 vector is nothing but under the root of 1 squared plus 1 squared plus 2 squared, which will be giving you the value 4 plus 2 is 6 under the root 6. Same value as the last case you are getting, dear students. You can solve this one, which is 6 divided by under the root 50 into 6, right? Directly I am writing. So, 16 divided by, which will be 6 5s are 30 under the root 300, which can be written as 16 divided by 100 into 3 is 300, 10 root 3. So theta will be is equal to cos inverse of, this will go with 8, this will go with what? 2 8s are 16, 2 5s are. So 8 divided by 5 root 3 is your answer. So that is how the angle you are going to find out. Here they have given in the Cartesian form. That's it. Last case they have given in the form of vector. Here they have given in the form of Cartesian. That's it. Now we'll be moving on to the next problem. Yes, here little change they have given, but in the Cartesian form only. If you look it as, find the value of P so that the lines are at right angles. What do you mean by right angles? Right angles implies that, which is the meaning of perpendicular. Okay. So perpendicular means right angle. Why I am using this case? I want here the case of perpendicularity to find the value of P. What is the perpendicularity condition? You know already, A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 will be is equals to 0. Right. So here, what is A1, A2, B1, B2 and then C1, C2? The first line gives you here, what is that? A1, which is not A2 because this is not in the form of y minus y1. Dear students, always remember this should be in the form of x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1 only. The given lines are not in the form of that. We have to reduce to the form of that. What we need to do for that one? Take this line, minus x is there. So take minus symbol common, you are going to get plus x. So x minus x1. So I can write that one as how? You can write that one as by taking the minus sign common factor, which is, see, first line I am writing, this I am writing here itself. So this I am going to write it as x minus 1 divided by 3. This minus 3 will come here. That's it. So what I have taken the minus sign common, that minus sign will come here. That's it. Why I have taken minus of that one? Will be is equals to, now 7y. I do not want 7 in the numerator. I want to take it to the denominator by taking the 7 common factor. If I take 7 common factor, you are going to remain with y minus 2 because 7 2s are 14 divided by 2p divided by 7. I hope you understood. This 7 again goes to the numerator. You are going to get the same equation. Understood? Now which will be is equals to, this is in the form of same, z minus z1 divided by c1. This is x minus x1 by a1, y minus y1 by b1, z minus z1 by c1. Therefore, you come to know the value of a1, b1 and then c1. So let me write it here beside. So a1 will be taking the value minus 3 and then b1 will be taking the value 2p by 7. Correct? And c1 will be taking the value 2. That's it. Similarly, let me reduce this equation also. Okay. So I am going to write it here, this equation. So which can be written as, see, 7 minus 7x. I do not want 7 also. I want only x. So by taking the 7 common factor, 7 will come to the denominator, which is x, that is minus 1 because divided by 3p by 7. Now, if 7 goes to the numerator, you are going to have, see, minus sign you have to take common factor. Why? Because here minus 7 is there. So be careful, dear students. 7 minus 7x. I am taking minus 7 outside. This will become positive, which is x. Already minus 7 is there. Again, here plus. Plus into minus is minus 1. Understood? That's what I have written here. That minus sign will come to the denominator. That's it. Now, which will be is equals to, this is in the form of the same, y minus y2 divided by b2 is equals to, this is not in the form of, what is that? Z minus z2. So you need to take minus symbol common. By taking minus symbol common, you are going to get below minus 5. That's it. Now what is the A2, B2, C2 value? Yes, A2 value, it will be taking minus 3p by 7. And then B2 value, it is taking 1. And then C2 value, it is taking minus 5. Okay. See, I hope you understood this one. Now, by using this condition, I am going to find the value of P. What is that? See here, I am substituting in this A1, A2. See, A1, A2, which is minus 3 into minus 3p divided by 7 plus B1, B2. See this formula I am using. B1, B2, which is B1, B2, 2p by 7 into 1 Correct. Plus C1, C2. Here 2 into minus 5. 2 into minus 5. I am going to equate it to a 0 because according to the condition, they are right angles. Right angles means this is a condition. A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 will be equal to 0. I am finding A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 and substituting there. Okay. Now here let me solve. So you are going to have here negative of negative will become positive. So here 3 3s are 9p by 7. So which implies 9p divided by 7. Again 2p by 7 into 1 is 2p by 7 only, plus 2p by 7. Again plus into minus is minus, 5 2s are 10. Minus 10 equal to 0. Taking the LCM as 7, you are going to get it as 9p plus 2p. Now minus 10 sevens are 70 divided by 7 equals to 0. Otherwise 7 if you cross multiply, you are going to get it as 9p plus 2p is 11p. So 11p will be minus 70 equal to 7 into 0 is 7. See, I am going to cross multiply this here. 0 into 7 is 0 only. So 11p will be is equals to 70, or p will be is equal to 70 by 11. That's it, dears. So here what you need to observe? That is the value of p, which is nothing but 70 by 11. But what you need to observe here? You have to observe whether the given Cartesian form is in the standard. Standard form means what? X minus x1 by a1 is equals to y minus y1 by b1 is equals to z minus z1 by c1. Similarly, x minus x2 by a2, y minus y2 by b2, z minus z2 by c2, which is not in that form. We have reduced to the form of that and substituted the value by using the condition of the perpendicularity. That's it. Okay, dear students, I hope you understood this session. In the next session, we'll be moving on to the other concept and based on that problems. So until then, dear students, keep watching. Have a nice day. Thank you.